Man, here we go. And today's guest and I talk about not really giving a shit what people think about you and the freedom that that brings. But before we get into all of that, I got a couple things I want to throw at you. Live Resheet. These guys make high quality CBD product, and it's real easy for me to talk to you about it because I use it all the time. And jump over liveresheet.com, use the code word table, let them know I sent you, and you're looking at 50% off. Yep, 50% off. Good time to jump on the CBD train. Another way to support the show is through merchandise, and I have that up and running. Also, Buy Me a Cup of Coffee app. I got some cool things coming down the pipe around that app, so stay tuned. You can find all of that at waltzkitchentable.com. Now, on to the show. Welcome to Walt's Kitchen Table, where I feature captivating stories from fascinating people. So Migs reached out to me over one of those apps. You know, you can look for guests and shows and that type of thing. Had a great conversation. Really excited for this episode, and it took a little scheduling, but we finally got hooked up, and some things we talk about his music. You got to check that out. The link is in the show notes. And again, the difference between ego and confidence, and you're going to get judged either way. So you might as well do what the hell you like to do. And his story around him moving to London, well, I'll just let him tell you all about it. Let's get to it. Going to be on the internet. Well, there's my disclaimer.
That's it. No pressure, right?
Yeah, don't say nothing bad about anybody now, unless you want them to hear it.
Nah.
Yeah. Oh, hey, man, I appreciate you. It's been a little scheduling issue getting us hooked up, but here we are. Whoop, whoop.
It's happening. It's happening. It's happening.
Do you do a lot of that on what's that, Match FM or whatever?
Match FM. I did a couple of podcasts on it. I mean, one of them wasn't even like a podcast. It was more like a radio show kind of thing in the morning, like for the UK, I think.
Oh, is that the guy with the circus music?
Probably.
Oh, okay.
What circus music? I don't know.
Yeah,
Did he play circus music?
Well, somebody hit me up on that and he's got like a really funny voice, and there's like dun, 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 music like that, like to start the show, and it's only like 7 minutes long or something. No?
I know, that was long. No, that was...
Oh, okay.
That was like an hour long. He's got like an hour long thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm not sure where you're getting that circus thing from.
Yeah. They reached out and they're like, "Oh, we'd love to have you on our show, and here, check it out." And I was like, "Okay, I'm going to pass on that one." But
yeah, I don't know. But was that like through like Instagram or something? Or?
No, it was on Match.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, not on a... No.
Oh, okay.
No, I had a couple of invites as well, and I was like, no.
Yeah, no, right?
No, not my thing. No.
You investigate them a little bit, and you're like, "What the fuck?" All right, no.
Like, what are you on about? And like, yeah, it's just some of them are a bit dodgy.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate. No, just keep looking.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, man, you can't find a diamond every time, right? You got to dig through a little bit of shit.
Yeah.
What got me, dude, was is it your Instagram, in your bio with the lemonade?
Yeah, I think that was what exactly does it say?
Something about, oh shit, hold on, let me look it up.
If life gives you lemons, sell them. Don't make lemonade, sell them. All right, I'm gonna look it up. Yeah,
look it up, because I saw that and I'm like, I gotta talk to this dude. And then I started looking into you even more, but that I was like, a guy that puts this in his Instagram bio has got to be fun to talk to.
Yeah, it's this. Look, if life gives you lemons, sell them, move to London, become a designer, and learn to make music. XOXO.
Yeah. Oh, I thought there was something there like piss off your parents or something.
Could well be.
Yeah, yeah.
It could well be.
So where did you move? So you're in UK now. Where'd you move from?
Yeah. So I'm from Portugal. You know, this tiny
That's
little country. Yeah, where Madonna lived. Actually, she lived in Lisbon. That's where I'm from for like a couple of years or something. Complete coincidence, but yeah, I'm from Lisbon in Portugal, and I came to London in 2014. And yeah, man, I just stayed. I came to finish graphic design because I was doing the degree back in Lisbon, but I hated it. Very like conservative kind of thing, and I don't
Lisbon.
like that shit.
You mean the culture and everything's pretty conservative?
I mean, yeah, generally it's a conservative place, but I think my generation, everyone's really opening up and changing things and stuff, but we're not, we're still not leading companies, and we're not leading the creative industry and all that jazz.
Right.
So
Sure.
it's kind of difficult to just change the system. And you know, I had the resources to come to London, so it's not easy, but I would do it. I would go through it all over again because it just gave me so much more than I would have had if I stayed in Lisbon. And this was because I was in university studying design. And you know, if your lecturers are telling you you're never going to be a designer, then why are you there? You know?
Yeah, exactly. So,
So
you're there.
like,
You're
alright.
there studying design, and they're telling you, yeah, you're never going to be a designer.
Literally, they said you're like, you guys will never be designers, and I was like, well, fuck off then.
Yeah. What the fuck? What
I'll go be a designer and show you.
Yeah. My wife said that Portugal was, I hear one real quick. I love playing poker, and I hear
Oh, yeah.
the poker is good over there. You a gambler?
I mean, I'm not a gambler because I mean, there's risks that I don't really take. But I did when I was a teenager. I did play poker. We didn't bet on money because we didn't have any. But but yeah, people like that. People like playing and stuff. It's fun.
Yeah,
but I'm not into that scene at all.
and she, my wife said that it's kind of not suppressed, kind of like depressing, like around there because it's so old and so much stuff has happened through history in Portugal that it just, the air kind of carries that around. Do you feel that or?
Oh, that's interesting. I really didn't feel that. I felt like, I think it's because it's always very sunny around there, and it's very bright, and it's quite vibrant culturally. There's loads of history because it's a very old country.
Right.
But I wouldn't say I don't think it's I wouldn't say depressive at all. I think,
Okay.
I mean, it depends. If you're like in a little village where not much is happening, it's good to have a little break from, you know, a bit of a chaotic life. Then maybe after a while it gets a little bit depressing because literally nothing happening around you. But I think Lisbon itself is quite a vibrant place, I would say.
Quite different than London though, right?
Very different. Yeah. Very different. Much smaller.
Right.
That's one thing. And then, you know, it's always sunny. It's warmer. I mean, in some aspects, it's more conservative. And like London's got thousands of subcultures and different communities living here from all over the world. You don't have that vibrance in Lisbon. You have another type of cheerfulness, but it's not.
Sure.
Yeah, it's not the same sort of thing, environment.
One of our many trips, you know, my wife and I, we've been all over the world, and we were in Cambridge.
Oh yeah.
And then we took the train to London for the day, and we know a bunch of people in London, and my wife wanted to go around all the tea houses, like Fortin and Mason and all that, and I go, get the fuck, see ya. I went to the casino. I go, just text me when you're ready. Yeah, I'm not into that.
Yeah, the tea houses. I mean, they're cute, but I wouldn't be doing like a tea house crawl kind of thing.
Oh, that's tea house crawl. Hold on, I gotta write that down. That's pretty good right there.
You know, like a pub crawl kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
But like tea, gonna try this tea and then try that tea.
Hey, how'd your recording go last weekend?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. We went to this studio in Brick Lane in East London. Because like it's actually my mate's home studio, and they were like, actually, we've got this time because I'm collaborating with this band. We're actually filming the video tomorrow, and like we're collaborating on this track, and then they had a gap to record some vocals because I recorded some stuff here at home, but they have a mic that's much better. So they like come around and let's record here. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So that's why I was like, can we postpone it?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that went well.
For an opportunity like that, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. It was cool.
What do you plan? Where do you plan on releasing that? Like, or is it hobby?
I think, well, yeah, I would love to live, to be honest. If I could live from music, I definitely would. It's a very difficult industry. And like I do love graphic design, and it's a really cool thing to do. But I don't know. I think music's just, because it's kind of recent. I started making music in November 2019. So that was just before the COVID.
The COVID.
The COVID. That's literally the term I've said like more times than anything else in the past year and a half. But yeah, and then I did this EP thing, and it went well, and I really, really enjoyed it. It started as a hobby, and it still is a hobby. But now I'm like, I want to do it. Like, I'm going to do it.
Do it all the time, right?
Yeah, but it's
hard to pay the rent with that, though, right?
Yeah, definitely. You need to be playing around, traveling, getting streams, all that jazz. It's
hard. What was your inspiration for that? You've always been into the music part?
Yeah. So I work at this marketing agency, and we do music events. So I was always very much into music and listening to music and all that shit. But I never thought I would make music because I was, it's kind of like my dad, who's a lawyer. When I said I wanted to be a designer, he was like, if I went like, I want to be a singer, he would be like, fuck off. You're not going to be a singer.
Yeah.
Which goes completely, I mean, he fully supports me now, but it really goes against what I think I would tell my kid. But realistically, I understand why he said that. Like, it's very difficult to pursue that. But yeah, I always loved music. And then this job, we did the Brit Awards. So that was quite big. And we do other like local music awards stuff. And I got to go and watch. So I was like, yeah, man, like these people started from nowhere,
Yeah,
like
sure.
They didn't know how to do any of this. So I don't want to just be looking at the music industry. I want to kind of do it and get to know other musicians and that.
Yeah, but the thing is, let me back up real quick though. You said you've always liked music, but you never thought you'd be.
I never thought. Yeah, exactly. I never thought I'd be.
So where was that? Where was that point where you started making it?
Maybe, and maybe I didn't think I would make it because I didn't think it would be something I'd be good at or realistically I could do because I had no idea how to do it. So eventually I thought I'm going to learn how to produce music because if I learn how to produce, then maybe I can produce my own shit. Mm-hmm. So I took a little production course in Camden here in London. And it just gave me a foundation of how it works and a little bit of music theory, a little bit of software learning. And then everything else was just trial and error, really. And then writing lyrics, I don't know how to write lyrics, to be honest. I don't know. I just write and see how it goes and how it flows. So I think a lot of it is improvising, and I think loads of people improvise and see if it works or not.
Well, yeah, you gotta. I mean, the old saying is throw stuff against the wall, right? See what?
Yeah. You
just gotta. I mean, you can't sit here and go, no, that's no good. That's no good. No, you gotta write a bunch of stuff out knowing that probably 80% of it's going to end up in the trash can.
Yeah, definitely.
But that 20% is going to be fucking amazing.
Yeah,
But how do you get to the 20%? You got to dig through the fucking 80%.
You just need to fucking keep on doing it. Because, I mean, I released 4 songs. I look back and I think some of them are a bit shit. And if it was now, I probably wouldn't release it. But I made more than 4. I made maybe 10 more, maybe a bit more. And then loads of the time you're like playing with an idea and you spend, I don't know, 2 days on it and it doesn't go anywhere. And you're like, oh, fuck. Why do I do this?
And then the next one comes in 10 minutes.
Yeah, like that happened with this song I'm recording. That's actually funny that you said that. So these guys approached me and they're like, oh, we listened to your EP. They're like an instrumental band, so they don't have any singers or anything. And they said, we want to do something a little bit more commercial and we need a singer and like lyricist kind of thing. And, you know, it'd be cool if we could hang out and see how it goes. And I was like, yeah, all right, well, why not? I've got nothing else to do. And then like the restrictions were easing a bit. And it's good to get to know a community that's local to London as well. So I went to their home studio in Brick Lane in Shoreditch, and it was cool. We were chilling, and then they showed me the track, and they're like, "This is it." And then they gave me a mic, and I was like, "No, I am not going to improvise with 2 of you staring at me." So,
oh shit, it'd be like in that movie Eminem where they get up on stage and you gotta 8 Mile.
Yeah, you
ever see that?
I was like, yeah, I saw that. Great film, actually.
Oh, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's a really good film. But I was like, no, I can't. I'm too self-conscious. Sorry. Send me the track. If you want to do some tweaks or whatever, just take your time. It's cool. And like we were vibing and it was cool. And I really enjoyed being there and meeting and kind of getting to know how they interact together and like how they make music together. And then they sent, this was on a Saturday, and then that night at 4 a.m, I was fast asleep. They sent me an email, and when I woke up, I saw it, and the lyrics, I was listening and turned the mic on, and the lyrics were just coming, and I was like humming over it, and it went really well. And then I don't know, half an hour, and I had the full melody and lyrics written, and then I didn't think it was good. I was like, I don't know, I can't do better than this right now, so I'm just gonna send this shitty draft. And they got back to me being like, oh my god, like this is what we wanted. And I was like, all right, pipe down a bit.
Well, now you got to be able to take, you know, of course. And when I put out some episodes, I'm like, this is shit, but I'm going to put it out. Or I go back and listen to my first couple episodes, you know, the first 5, I'm like, what in the world was I thinking? This is horrible. But you got to start somewhere, man. You're not going to come out like Rod Stewart.
No.
You know? He probably stopped. He probably sounded like shit a couple times when he got started.
Definitely. Everyone. Yeah. Everyone.
Check your,
and even these. Yeah, go on.
Oh, I was going to say, check your fucking ego, dude, and just, who cares? Yeah. Somebody's going to judge you no matter what.
I had to do so much work, you know.
Yeah.
To get over that, to get over the idea of judgment.
I heard a phrase the other day. I listened to this off the wall, crazy, hardcore stuff for the gym.
Yeah.
And while I'm working out. And you know David Goggins? You ever hear this dude?
I don't think so.
He's a lunatic.
I'll look up.
Yeah, you'll go down a rabbit hole with that guy. But he did a saying, or he said a saying, he goes, no matter what, somebody's going to judge you. If you can walk on water, you know what they'll say? Reason you can walk on water because you can't swim.
Yeah, that's
dude.
true.
No matter what you do, somebody's gonna turn it around.
There's always an opinion. There's always an opinion, and like, who the fuck cares about? Come on, man! It's a waste of time. Yeah, like it's such a waste of time. But it did take me some time to get over it. And like I remember this guy who works in a management agency here in London, and we're kind of friends. I don't know if we're friends. I know him, but I don't know if we're friends.
You see him at work?
No, we don't even work together. Like
okay.
He's friends of some friends, and like we were friends, but then life kind of goes. And I was like, and then another friend of mine, you should show him the track and see what he thinks just before you release it, because he works with like big names. And I was like, fine. And I showed him the track, and he was like, I don't think you're ready for the music industry and this and the other. And I was like, okay, fuck off. I don't want to be ready for the music industry. Like I'm actually enjoying like fucking up like all these songs and trying to make something that I think makes sense and resonates with me. I don't like the moment he told me that, I actually like, it was like a click, and I was like, this is literally worth it's a bag of shit, because like, I don't care. And
now, what's the bag of shit? Your work, because he said that, or
no, the information he gave me.
Awesome, good for you, dude. Fuck him.
Well, yeah, and that's funnily enough, that's the track that got most streams on Spotify.
No shit.
Yeah, so
usually that's what happens.
Yeah. I mean, it's not many streams, but it's more than 10. It's like, I don't know, I didn't get many streams, but yeah, it wasn't just like my parents listening, you know. It went I got like all right.
Right. When I started this, I get now, the only reason I look at my downloads is because I use Libsyn for the platform to put it on.
Yeah.
And when I open Libsyn to do the work, like when we're done here, I'll open it up to upload it and do all that stuff, right? And the first thing that pops up is my little scale with the downloads in it. That's the only reason. That's the only reason I know how many downloads I got. Because other than that, I don't give a fuck, dude. Right?
No, it's not worth it, you know.
No, stressing over. But the way I look at it is, I get about 1,000 downloads a month.
Good.
Right?
That's really good.
Thanks, man. I don't know 1,000 people.
That's the thing. Put them all in a room. Can you put them all in a room?
Well, that's what I'm saying. So imagine if I was, you know, I think about that. Imagine if I'm in this arena and there's 1,000 people sitting in front of me. That's how many people are listening. And it's more than my buddies and my parents and my wife. That is, you know, that's exactly. So I like the way, I like the way you looked at that, dude. It's like, these are people I don't know. I don't know that many people. It's more than, you might know more than 10 people. But the people that are listening to it are people I don't know. Yeah, definitely. That's all you want. One more person that you don't know listening to it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, people are like, oh, I need 25,000 downloads a month. Okay, then what? What does that give you? Yeah, I mean, is there going to be
That's the thing.
A party?
That is, it's not even, like, you don't even, it's not even that. Like, my friend Alice, she actually just got a publishing deal. And like, she's...
What type of publishing deal?
She's an author.
Mm-hmm.
So for a book. So she's going to publish a book with an agency that I actually don't know the name. She can't hear me say that. It's on the internet now. Yeah. And she's like quite good with social media. And I was very self-conscious about social media. And she was like, you literally need to get rid of the idea of a post that performs well or a social account that is going to perform well, because that's just stupid. And if you focus on your work, it's just gonna, like, your work speaks for itself, you know? So if you're, like, she was basically telling me, if you're really trying to, like, find a niche or please a group of people or convince people of something just so you get numbers, that is completely defeats the purpose of the work you're doing. And I was like, well, that's beautiful, but can I just actually feel like that? Yeah.
No, I love that. I wholeheartedly agree with her. Like in business, I've been in business my whole life.
Mm.
Sure, money, you're there to fucking make money. I mean, come on, man. We're all here to make money.
Yeah.
In business. But if you take care of the person, you take care of the transaction that's sitting in front of you, and you do that repeatedly for the day, for the week, for the month,
Yeah.
the money will follow. So now in the creative world, like with me, it's funny you bring that up. Up until a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that, I was chasing downloads and likes and okay, how can I format this for more people to like it, and how do you do this and that? And I said, fuck all this, dude. I'm going to do what I want. And if it happens, great. If it don't, I'm still doing what I want.
Yeah.
And it's outperformed everything in the last couple weeks. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm just going to keep doing that.
Yeah. That is completely what, I don't know. I think, and in the creative industry, I think you're kind of, because I think it has to do with the concept of people being massively known everywhere. And I guess the way that things work now is by making us and like generally society believe that success means endorsements, like if you have a big following, then you're being endorsed by loads of people who, and that's directly linked with your fucking ego, which is like, worth
and nowadays with the internet and all the creative tools that I use to create my stuff, I'm like, 5 years ago, this was, if you brought that up to somebody 5 years ago, they'd be like, do you already fucking do what? You're going to do what? And now people are like, yeah, I do that all the time. My 6-year-old daughter does that too. And you're like, oh, damn, dude, I thought I was doing something pretty cool. But yeah, I just, the whole ego thing. But with like you and the music, that's what's cool nowadays with Instagram and like a simple tool like GarageBand and some things that you can get off the internet. You can create whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, and you can go viral with the like most simple, stupidest shit you can come up with. It just goes viral. So that's crazy. Like you have access to all these things for nothing.
Right, with no work or no investment from you. Right?
Yeah.
So, like you spend a week creating a song, you put it out there, or more than a week, but I'm just using a term. You spend all this time creating this song and you're loving it and you feel good, and one person gives you shit about it and you go, fuck, really? We all do it, right? I do it.
Yeah.
There'll be messages they'll turn my comments in my emails into a fucking dumpster fire because I say something.
Yeah.
But do I listen to these people? Sure. I mean, I'm human, dude. It chinks your armor a little bit. I'm not going to lie and be like, no, that never bothers me. That'd be full of shit. But it's like, you got to learn to be like, no, okay, that's not my audience.
That's the thing. Yeah.
That's it. And be cool with that. Okay. No, I'm not for everybody. I know that. And somebody's like, you swear too much. I said, there's an off button, bro. You can turn it off.
Why are you telling me that? I'll literally be like, why are you telling? I know. I said it. I say it all the fucking time. Look, I just did it again.
I'm so taking that. I'm going to steal that from you, dude. I know. I know what I say.
I'd literally just said it. Like, you think what? You're changing something or giving me something new?
You're just mad because you don't swear a lot. That's what I told one lady.
Yeah.
You just don't have the ability to make it sound good because you're not confident in what you're doing. So then you swear. And anyway,
you just sound
stupid. So going back to your Instagram thing with the lady saying about your post performing, I enjoy your Instagram, dude.
Thanks.
It takes is that your buddies and friends and stuff taking your picture? I mean, you don't do a lot of selfies. Like, you're just out having a good time. You're like, hey, here I am, dude, just fucking hanging out.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, loads of it's like people just filming or taking pictures around. And then like there's some stuff that I like, or like a picture that I like, and then I do a little bit of color grading on it. But sometimes I create content, like, I don't know, with the reels, for instance. I do video editing. I quite enjoy it. But it's so, yeah, it's a bit of a, I don't know, jigsaw, but I quite enjoy it. But yeah, with like social content, I don't know. I think I put more energy in thinking of a caption, because a good caption, I think loads of people read the captions.
You think so?
I think at least from my circles, I think so, because I try not to post if I have nothing to say. That's bullshit, because I post shit all the time. but like, I read this thing saying like, don't post. Obviously, it depends how you run like social media. It's really personal. But if you're trying to like run a consistent account, kind of like a little bit about your lifestyle, a little bit about your, in my case, making music, a bit about graphic design. I try to have a message that I want to say.
Sure.
Even if it's just a stupid little joke. Like there was this one that said, I basically turned the picture upside down so it looks like this is the floor, right? And it's like I'm looking on the side, and I said something like, this is me when people say the gays shouldn't adopt, and like that performed really well because the caption was funny and then the picture was just like a bit stupid.
Now, do you think that the performance helped because of I guess a niche audience, a targeted audience?
Yeah, I think so. But also equally, if I post like the other day, because it's Pride Month, I posted something related to the LGBTQ plus community, and I lost followers. So like equally, some people don't really, I don't know how the niche thing works yet. And like, I don't care too much about it, but some people like, there's stuff that some people don't like looking, and then they fuck off. I'm like, yeah man, like I don't give a shit. But
yeah. Now, you saw a significant drop in followers when you did that?
Not significant. It was like,
you just noticed it.
I just noticed like the numbers went down a little bit. Like, I don't know, 4, 5.
I love history, dude. Right?
Yeah.
History from the universe when it started. And I don't know your religious beliefs, but I believe in evolution. We came from the mud.
Yeah.
We got canine teeth. We were once probably on 4 legs, and we have a tailbone because we had a tail, and we eat meat, and
yeah,
you know, the whole thing, all that stuff, right? I guess it's crazy. And I know the whole religious thing, I don't get too deep into it, but when somebody judges, say 2 men sleeping together.
Yeah.
But in one of the biggest Christian, what do I want to call it, civilizations in history, it was a common thing to take little boys to war and other men to war to occupy the soldiers.
Yeah.
But it's not cool now. It's like the one thing I can't fucking stand, dude, is a hypocrite.
Yeah, there's so much contradiction. I can't like.
And it boils down to going back to what we were talking about. Who fucking cares?
That is the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, why do I care who you sleep with, dude? What the fuck does it matter to me?
100%. And like, people get so bothered and so offended. And it still happens, you know? Like, even in London, like not necessarily about being gay or anything, but there was this, I was working, before this job, I was working in another agency that did outsourcing. So they would send designers to like companies that needed design work.
Like, you'd work in that office, like you'd go
exactly,
to their office.
yeah.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
And I was going to this company in the city, and it was very corporate, and they're like a massive company all over the world. And I worked with them for about a year or something, and then and I was working with the marketing team, and great environment. And then one day they like I went in, and you dress up kind of smart casual, and it's fine, and I was never off boundaries or anything. And I went in, and it was like 9 a.m. She's like, "Oh, did this person speak to you?" And I was like, "Who?" And she was like, "Oh, it's the head of marketing person kind of thing." And I was like, "No, why?" And she was like, "Oh, just come around." And I was like, "Okay." And then she went, "It's just that the CEO was around the other day, and like they noticed that you have earrings, and like you can't really wear them around here." And I was like, "What? Say again?"
I'm sorry, did you say
and
something?
and she was like, "I know." And I was like, "This is fucking sexism, and you're being stupid." And she was like, "It's just that men don't really wear earrings." And I was like, "Do you live in a fucking cage?" Like,
yeah.
Have you had a look around? You're in London.
I was just going to say, if any, you're
what?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? And she was like, "It's not me, and it's not in the like. We don't have any dress code policy saying that men can't wear earrings, but
you can't wear earrings."
Typically noticed you." And I was like, "No, that's fucking bullshit, man. Like, who are you?" And then yeah, like that's just an example of how people get bothered with stupid things, like as if my ears are gonna define the quality of my work, you know?
Right. Well, the thing is, though, going back, stupid stuff people get upset about. I mean, them driving somewhere and somebody's going slow in front of them. Somebody cuts them off in the grocery store or the grocery cart. They get all pissed, and it's like, why are you so upset about somebody else's life? You know, and using because of this month being Pride Month.
Yeah.
Using that for an example, it's crazy how uncomfortable people get around that. And I'm like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
It's so confusing, but equally hilarious, because it's funny because these people waste so much time and energy focusing on and fighting a war that doesn't need to exist.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's quite funny though. It's quite like absolute geeks.
Well, so the example that I use with people when they bring that stuff up, I go, "Do you care?" So I'll use you for an example, right? They'll say, "Hey man, did you hear about this guy? You know, he's this, that, or the other," using whatever terminology they use. And okay, yeah, I know that. Well, okay. So the guy that in Jersey, there's people that pump our gas. You can't pump your gas in Jersey, right?
Yeah.
So I go, "Do you care about the guy that pumped your gas?" What are you talking about? "Well, I don't hear you talking about the guy that pumped your gas." "Well, I don't care about him." "So why the fuck you care about him?" What the hell? So what's the difference? "Well, he's the..." Ah, dude, man, shut the fuck up. I just can't. I'd like to hear people's opinion, and I'd like to hear why they have those opinions. And when you really try to dig it out of them, there is zero there. There's nothing there. It's
nothing. It's just, I think it's just embedded.
Sorry to interrupt. I just thought of a meme. I love memes, by the way, dude. They're my favorite. I love them. I love them.
They're life.
There was two soldiers sitting guarding a park bench.
All right.
And the guy comes over and goes, "Why are you guys guarding this bench?" Like the lieutenant or whatever. I don't know the exact rank and terminology. So they said, "Oh, because our lieutenant or, the boss said so." All right. So he goes and sees the boss, says, "Why are these two guys guarding this bench?" And he says, "Well, because that's what my boss said." Okay. Goes to see that boss. Long story short, he ends up talking to some corporal that's like 98 years old that, you know, that he got down the line, right? And he goes, hey, could you tell me the tradition or why these two soldiers are still guarding this bench? And the guy goes, is the paint still wet? So it's like, it's 100-year-old tradition. Nobody knows why they're doing it. But if you really dig down to why the tradition is there, there's nothing there. And then
there's nothing there.
Yeah, and it made me think about when people have an opinion of something or somebody or a situation, is it because you heard it and you agreed with that narrative, or is it an experience that you encountered that made you have this? You know, did you have a traumatic experience? I get that part. You know, if you don't like eating pickles because one time you ate a pickle and everything swelled up and your throat swelled up and it scared you and you know, okay, I get that. Oh, okay, yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
You know, but to have an opinion on, again, just because we're talking, you and I are talking, have an opinion on you because of your lifestyle, or you like the color purple. Well, that's stupid. You like the color purple.
Yeah, it's something that just, it's so random. It's, it doesn't make any sense. And what fucks me up is that it causes harm. So like having that discomfort about someone's existence, it's not even a choice, right? And first of all, it's not a choice, but someone's like natural thing, just hating it just for the sake of hating it, and then you are causing harm to yourself because it makes you uncomfortable, right? So you're feeling, like it's unpleasant. No one likes to feel uncomfortable about a situation. Like you're not chilled, you're not enjoying the moment, you're not living your life. But then you're also making someone else feel shit. So do you know what I mean?
Yeah, over nothing.
Over absolute bullshit. Like it doesn't make any sense. That's why I don't get it. I don't get
over. I mean, over anything. Sure, we're bringing up the lifestyle, and because that's what we're talking about. But we could change that to anything. Why do you drive a blue car? I don't know, dude. Well, it's ugly. Okay. Well, thanks for telling me. What you don't? Do you drive it? No, I'm just giving you my opinion. And you keep that shit to yourself. But yeah, sorry, man. Cheers off. Sorry. But yeah, that's crazy. But you going back to your picture with two gay men adopting. Is that something that you in your mind, or is that just something you?
Oh no, not for me. It's just it was just I don't know. I just think I posted that because I thought it was really funny that people still don't like the idea of, like, people still say that two dads or like two mums, or like how the kid like's not going to be balanced or anything. And I was like, shut the fuck up, dude.
Well,
what are you talking about?
Yeah, where does that even come from? So the reason I brought it up, I have a new son. He's 3 months old.
Cute.
And thank God he looks like me. Anyway, don't tell my wife I said that. But my wife is Korean.
Yeah.
And she's classically trained in a lot of stuff. She's an amazing cook. She's a belly dancer, speaks French.
Oh, wow.
You know, just the list goes on and on. And then you got my redneck ass, right? So it's just a good balance. And when somebody brought up, and the reason I'm backtracking on you, because somebody brought up the same thing to me about two dads, you know, we just got talking about it. And I said, what's the difference? Everybody's got their own personality.
Yeah. The
child can learn a certain set of values. Each person's going to bring a certain set of values to that kid. Where does the gender fall in that? What difference does it make?
Yeah, I don't believe it makes any difference.
It can't,
like, it doesn't make any sense. because yeah, and having like this idea of having like a feminine, like it's needed to have a masculine and a feminine role model. I'm like, well, how about single parents then? Like, how do you explain it? Yeah, like how do you explain a perfectly educated person that grew up with a single mum or a single dad, or with no parents, or in like an institution, whatever? Like, how do you? So I think those are just people just assume these things without actually knowing them, you know. So like, yeah.
Well, they're
it's so. Yeah, no, go on. It's just so ignorant. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're making a judgment on the information that they know.
Yeah.
Or they think they know. So like, I agree with you. I bring that up all the time. What about a single parent? I didn't bring up the home thing because it just didn't come up in the conversation, but I agree with that as well. But what about a single parent? Because the reason I brought that up, they're like, oh, if it's two dads, it's not balanced. Okay.
Yeah.
So what happens if there's one dad? What do you mean?
Yeah.
A single dad. Oh, that's different. How's that? How's that? So it's just, I don't, of course, everybody fucking makes judgments and everybody judges. I'm not saying I don't, but I ask questions. So when somebody says something, oh yeah, really? How'd you get to that point?
Yeah. No.
And be cool. Be like, I don't fucking know. What's your point on it? And we have a conversation like we're doing now. You know, it's just when people get stuck with with that mentality that they don't want to grow and they don't want to learn something new, like they're scared of it or something.
It's fear. It is fear, and it's so boring. Like, come on, like, live your life the way you fucking want, but let other people. Do you know what I mean? Like, you want to live in a fucking hole, do it. Like, who cares? I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, you can't live in a hole and expect everyone to live in the same hole with you.
And then judge somebody that's got a huge house. Be like, why do you have the house? I have this hole. Well, that's your... Okay, so let me ask you this. I got a question for you. When somebody says, oh, I wish it was better, I should be here, I should be doing this instead of what I'm doing, I go, that's incorrect. You're exactly where you want to be.
Well, yeah, because
you're there. That's where you are.
If you want something badly enough, I speak from experience. You want something badly enough, you're gonna, you know, end up working hard for it. If you're saying I should be here doing something else, then why aren't you then?
Mm-hmm. Like,
obviously, it's not as easy as saying like do this and that, but like if there's someone complaining about, oh, I should be, I deserve so much better and I'm so much better, like, well,
you deserve shit, dude, is what you
fucking
deserve.
Work for it then, man. Like, some people work really hard to get to where they want to be. So yeah.
And then when somebody is there, they worked really hard to get there, they're going to get judged anyway. So you got to go on. We're going to circle back around. You got to get rid of that. You're going to get judged no matter what, dude. No matter what.
Yeah. Get free of the ego, you know?
But do you think that you got to have a little bit of ego, like in your music and doing what you're doing, or to move like you did? And I'll have you explain that in a second, but your move, so that people know what we're talking about. But do you think you got to have a little bit of ego to be able to do that? Cause kind of like puff your chest out and like, I'm going to get this done. I mean, that's ego, right?
Yeah. I think you have to be ready to fail, you know? Like, I think if you accept that it's not something easy, and if you accept that it might not go the way you really want it to go, but you are prepared to go all in and invest everything, well, not everything, but invest a lot of your energy and time and effort into it. But if it fails, you're still okay with it. Then I think that's the healthy bit of being confident in pursuing something, you know? Because I do think it requires loads of confidence, and like you need to have I'm not saying I do, like I struggle with, like I'm so self-conscious all the time, but like you need to be ready to be like you have to be ready for the whole package, if that makes any sense. So it's not all like I'm going to make music and it's going to be amazing. I think you have to, if you, in my case, if you bear in mind that it might all go to shit and you're still okay with it, then I think that's your ego sorted. And I think that's you being like, okay, I'm going to give everything I have. If it doesn't go well, then I tried and now I know.
Mm-hmm. Or I'm going to get up and try again, or
try again and find a different route.
Yep.
Yeah,
yep.
Definitely. Yeah,
but
definitely.
You know, one of my favorite sayings from Mike Tyson. You know Mike Tyson, right?
Yeah.
You ever hear the saying? Everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face. Right?
You go. Yeah, that's true.
So take it literally. You could take it literally if you want, but take it to where you were just talking about. Okay, I got this plan. I'm working really hard, but you're going to get punched in the face, dude.
Yeah. Several times.
Yeah.
Several times. It's not all amazing. And people think like, actually some of my friends are like, wow, like this is amazing. How did you do it? And I was like, don't know. Like,
I just did it.
Just did it up and down, you know. I heard so much, because then you have to like pitch and try and go on like podcasts like this one, or get a playlist curated to get your track on it, and like send emails and press releases and shit, and the amount of no's that you get, it's devastating, you know. It's hard, but then when you start seeing a glimpse of, you know, success, then that kind of makes it worth it. So managing the ego and confidence, I think actually that's a good thing. Like ego and confidence, I think, are different things.
I was gonna say, don't you think they're the same? You think they're two different things?
I think confidence sounds healthier than ego. Do you know what I mean? Like ego is, I think maybe I'm completely wrong.
Okay. Maybe
I'm wrong.
It sounds better in a meme, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Ego is, maybe I picture ego in more in like a vain way. I don't know.
Yeah,
am I just talking shit? Like, might be talking shit.
Yeah, but the reason I bring that up is we could go extreme to bring the point home. Is a guy or a lady that flies a fighter jet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, where's the ego and confidence in that scenario? Sure, you got to have confidence to say, I've trained for this. I'm good. This is what I'm doing. Yeah. And then I think the ego comes in as, I'm the fucking best. Come on, come over here and try me. No, I'm going to kick your ass.
Okay.
You see what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I thought you were saying ego from the perspective of, us.
Like being an asshole.
Yeah. Like how, because there was this dude who, and that's what I think of when I say the word ego. Mm-hmm. Like there was this dude who a couple of years ago, like complete coincidence, he started making music, and I was already working as a designer and doing stuff that actually ended up going on the Piccadilly screens. And so that was like, I was cool, you know, enjoying my stuff and like doing some nice things. And this guy was like, who knew me from ages ago from uni, and he was like, hey man, like I'm releasing this song and I actually have a job for you. And I was like, oh, you have a job for me now, do you? And he's like, yeah, like, you know, you could do this logo. I'm going to send you a song. Please listen to it right now. Tell me what you think. Yeah. And I just need a logo. And I was like, Shut the fuck up. What do you mean? Are you ready to pay me for your logo?
Yeah, yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
well, when I'm famous, you're gonna have all the creds. And I'm like, that's what I mean by ego, you know?
Yeah, no, okay, okay. So
that's the sort of ego I was thinking of. But
yep,
there's the terminology, you know?
and then you got the ego of maybe like a bully.
Yeah.
Like a physical bully or a mental bully, right? But
yeah,
when I talk about ego is just that, like a high-end athlete, football player, basketball player, whatever sport, right? Or how about like a gymnast? These fucking people. You watch these. But so that the confidence, okay, I'm going to go up there and I'm going to do the rings and yep, I'm confident. I got that. Then the ego, they look at their competition and go, fuck you.
Yeah.
You're not going to beat me.
Okay. Yeah. No, I think that's good.
Now, with that scenario, applying that to your music.
Yeah. I tend not to look at the competition. And like, I don't see competition. I don't see other artists as competition. You know?
Yeah, that's healthy. I think that's really healthy.
Yeah, because I think like people have their own thing on, you know? It's kind of like, I think musicians are a bit like little brands. You know what I mean? Like they're all different.
Well, especially nowadays with Instagram and everything else, right? You're not being sucked up and pulled into all the big labels and all the bullshit that goes with it.
Exactly. Yeah. You can be more independent and do your own thing. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't look at other musicians as competition at all. If anything, I get teased by other people's success in the way that I'm like I set bars and goals, you know?
Sure.
So like this person got here, I'll be able to get there too. And that's just me being like, just fucking go for it.
Mm-hmm.
But not as in...
Yeah, but that's your ego talking.
Yeah. See, yeah.
To me, that's your ego talking. And your confidence would be the daily work that you put in. Now you build the confidence saying, I got this. But the phrase that you just said, I believe that's your ego talking. And it's not a bad thing.
No, it isn't. No, it's not about, that's the thing. I don't think it's a bad thing. It's only a bad thing when it damages your well-being, I think.
Ooh.
And when you're rude to other people, like that.
Well, I was going to say, or damages other people's well-being.
Other people's, yeah. So like,
that's pretty good.
Yeah, so I think if you are really suffering with not seeing your success happening yet, I think that's your ego. You know, I think it's better to take a step back and be like, and now take the perspective of an observer and analyze your work with honesty and be like, what can I improve to get me to where I want, as opposed to just falling into a hole of I'm shit and I'm not as good as I want to be.
Or that guy or girl over there, right?
Yeah.
Well, where I see a lot of ego is in the gym, as you can imagine. And I've been lifting a long time. I don't have an ego in the gym. Yeah. I did long time ago. But what I see is people, and it made me think about it because what you said, it hurting yourself. Now the way you described it was internally, spiritually, right?
Yeah.
Now what I'm talking about is physically. Okay. So now here, they don't want people thinking their ego is so big or so constructed. I need to lift this up or somebody might think weird about me. Then they end up getting hurt. Instead of checking your fucking ego, dropping the weight by like 80% because you're lifting way more than you could.
Yeah.
You should. So I like to use that. scenario as well.
Yeah, that's a really good way of putting it.
You know, and the other thing too is with this podcast, with your music, I'm going to assume you gotta be okay with looking like a fucking clown.
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. Like, be prepared to, like, for you to look like a dickhead, or for you to look like pathetic online. Like, the internet is evil.
Ooh.
And that's why I'm not on Twitter. Like,
I don't touch Twitter either.
No, I'm not going into that. I can't do that to myself. But, like, yeah, like, you have to be prepared. And if you're on good terms with that, then I think you're good.
Yeah, but
and even if you don't know what you're diving into.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, that's going back to checking your ego. Get rid of your ego and just do what makes you happy. Because again, they're going to judge you no matter what.
Yeah, and there are people looking for, there's people looking for
a fight.
And there's people who hate others for just doing it,
Well, they hate it because they don't have the balls to do it.
they can't do it, like fucking chickens.
So I gotta hear the story about you moving, bro.
Moving to
London. You gotta set that up a little bit. We've been touching on it for the last hour, but so like
fuck. Yeah.
Like, how old were you? And you're like, fuck this place. Was it building up for a while? And you're just like, threw everything in a duffel bag and threw your thumb in the wind?
I was 20. So I went to a Catholic school for 9 years. All I got from it was trauma. I'm joking.
As long as you can spell it too, that's all right.
I made great friends. But I always, like, I don't know if it has to do with being, like, brought up in, not even by my parents at all, just that school, like, there's a bubble, there's that bubble. Everyone looks the same. Everyone has to think the same way. So I always thought, like, there's bigger, better shit for me somewhere.
World's
but not consciously.
Place.
Yeah, definitely. But not consciously. I didn't think of that. I didn't objectively think I'm going to leave this country. Like, never thought that. Then I changed school, and this was in high school. So by this time I was like 15 or something. And that's when I understood that, there's so many people, so much diversity. And then I wanted to go to art school, and I started doing product design in the Faculty of Fine Arts in Lisbon. And that's where I got those lecturers being like, you're not going to be a designer, or there's no future for you, which is great. Like, a lecturer. I am fucking paying you to educate me. and this is what you're telling me.
Exactly.
Like, what a dickhead. Like, that is the definition of a frustrated designer who ended up teaching because they couldn't be successful.
Yeah. What do they say? If you teach, you can't do?
Yeah.
That's why they teach?
Yeah. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So yeah, and then at that, like, during that time I was like 19 or something, and then I was like, I'm gonna travel somewhere, because in Europe it's so easy to travel everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere's so close. So I came to London for a week, and then I was like, oh, fuck this shit, I'm gonna come back here and live here. So, like, literally in a week, I decided I was gonna come here, and like, I could speak English a little bit, not like I do now, not even close to like I do now, but I learned English in school, and like, I could communicate enough to serve tables, and then like to go to uni, because you have to do this test called IELTS. I don't know if in America.
What do you call it?
IELTS. So it's IELTS.
Is that kind of like just to see what level you're educated at and that type of thing? Yeah,
it's like English language testing system.
Okay. So you know the difference. So you know the difference between there, and there.
Yes. Yeah, yeah. And it's like a listening, a writing, like listening assessment, writing assessment, and then speaking assessment with like an actual English person. And I don't remember the other one. English writing, listening, and speaking. Yeah, listening. There's a
So
listening one.
it was based all around the English language. So it was a test to see how well you know the English language.
Yeah. Like
Okay,
everything in
okay.
English, and then they give you a mark. So they
Right.
give you a mark. And for me to get into uni, I needed in London, I needed 6.5 minimum. So basically, they do this like just to make sure that you're able to
Communicate.
like communicate and take lectures and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So came to uni, and like my parents were like, right, like you're gonna go to London. We're here for everything you need, but you're gonna pay your own rent and you'll do your own thing. And like we're here to support you if you need us, but you're an adult and you're choosing to leave. So
And they
yeah,
still live. They still live.
they're everyone is in Portugal. Yeah,
Okay.
so my brother and my parents, they're all in Portugal. And yeah, I was working in a restaurant in South Kensington. Hilarious. I had a great time actually. And yeah, finished university and then did an internship and then ended up working in graphic design and now here we are.
So on the test though, you said a 6.5.
Yeah,
What was your grade?
6.5.
Ah, sliding in
And I was like,
under the radar.
yeah. I was like, fuck you.
That's awesome. And then what'd you end up with? Now you're working. Is the company you're working for now the same company you started with?
No.
Okay.
So I've been in, this is my third company. So first company was an internship and that was, I hated it. It was pretty shit.
You're the bottom of the barrel, dude. At internship.
You are dog shit. Like you're worse than dog shit. You're cat shit. So
we call that the FNG.
what does that stand for?
The fucking new guy.
Yeah, that's it.
And
it's not even the new guy. It's the worth nothing. You know, it's still in uni. Get him to. I remember this guy who was like, "Can you make coffee?" And I was like, "Yeah, but I'm not here to make coffee, so no."
I'm able to make. Yes, I have the ability to make coffee. But
I worked in a restaurant.
Fuck you.
I'm not going to make you coffee.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then after that, I went to. That's when I actually started, like in the working reality when you turn the page from being a student into working. But it was really overwhelming because I am a foreigner in this country, and I was a foreigner then. So that was like I had to adapt. That was a bit tough, but it was good. It was a learning curve.
Do you see? Did you see a lot of, I guess, prejudice toward you because of being a foreigner?
I saw
prejudice is the right word, but you know what I mean.
No, but yeah. No, definitely. I saw. I mean, that happened even when I was in uni, working in a restaurant, serving tables, and this was in Kensington, so that was like sort of kind of posh area in London, where they were like, "Oh, but you're not English, are you?" And I was like, "No, babe, I'm a student." And they were like, as in like English people don't serve tables. Basically, that's what they were trying to say. Like English people aren't serving tables. Like you're foreign, aren't you?
Because an English person, they would never serve table. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Guys. Anyway,
it's like British people aren't serving tables. Even though some of them are, but it was like this stupid old lady. Yeah, and then at the design company, like I saw a lack of understanding for me, not being so familiar with certain terminology, and like I don't know, I was always polite and really nice to everyone, and like always gave my best, but I don't know, you can't expect me to know like graphic design terminology in English for the finance like corporate like industry in the UK, right? So I saw a bit of like a lack of patience and understanding, which I kind of, do I understand that or not? Kind of do, but I don't think it's reasonable. And like, I took it well, it was fine, but some other people maybe wouldn't.
Yeah, I could see. Yeah, I could see. Depending on your ego.
There you go.
Right?
Fucking ego.
Coming back around on us.
Coming back around and creeping up on us.
Now you're working full time, making some music, having a good time?
Yeah, it's great. It's great. This was ages ago. And you adapt, you know, you adapt. You have to surrender.
Yeah, you have to.
To where you're at. And it's great. And like, there's like so many young people like myself, and like there's a community, you know, and like everyone's standing together, and you can laugh at these things, which is really funny.
With a quote unquote village around you, you know, with people that support you and do the same thing you do, or like the same thing you like, and all that kind of thing.
Yeah,
you know, it makes, you know, that's why there's villages.
Yeah,
you know. But you're gonna give us a little taste of singing. Put you on the spot, dude. Go.
No, man, I can't. I would love to.
I won't push you. No, I won't push you.
Yeah.
It's all good, dude. It's all good.
I'll send you a preview of the track.
Well, I'm gonna put. Do me a favor. Send me a link of. I'll have you talk about it here in a second, but send me the link you want me to put in the show notes. Cool. Is there certain link that you want everybody to go to? Do your Instagram, or just tell people where they can find you, bud?
I think let's do Insta, because then I have my link tree on it.
What's your Instagram handle?
It's actually, let me check. Yeah, @migs.migmusic. Is that really confusing?
Nope.
@migs.migmusic.
Nice. And I'll put the link in the show notes. That way I'll send anybody over there. And if you want to send me a link for the sample, I'll put that in the show notes so they can check that out. You know, that way they're not making 15 clicks. You know?
Yeah, true.
But it was cool hanging out with you, dude. Thanks for coming on, man. That
was great. Thank you.
We're gonna let's stay in touch, and then we'll take it from there. But hang on a second. I'm gonna stop recording, and I want to talk to you about some other things.
Cheers.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. You know, the courage that it takes somebody to follow their dreams like Migs did, and into another country, especially different language, culture, everything, is awesome. Love to hear a great story like that. And don't forget to support him and his music. The link is in the show notes. And I'm going to get you out of here right now because I know you got shit to do. But don't forget, livereese.com. Use the code word table. Awesome CBD product. And waltzkitchentable.com. That's my site for merch. And buy me a cup of coffee. Another way to support the show. Also throw up a review if you can. And remember, when I say have a great day, the motherfucker is silent. Till next time.